recently I shared on social media about an epiphany that I had. See, what I realized was I spent my entire adulthood getting over self-imposed trauma. When I was a young girl, I often got praised for being exceptionally smart. I remember that I was one of, if not always, the smartest kid in my classes. I wasn't a difficult child. I did all the extracurricular activities that looked good on college applications, and I even begged my parents to work a part-time job in between taking dance classes as a high school student and actually teaching classes as well. I made my parents so proud. And then came college. I remember my freshman year thinking, this is so easy. Why do people even struggle here? I breezed through that first year. Then came sophomore year, and I struggled. All that success came to a screeching halt. See, before the age of 19, honestly, I don't ever remember experiencing any failures in my life. Everything came so easy for me up until that point. I didn't even know what adversity looked like. I was completely unfamiliar with resilience because I hadn't even needed it up until that point. I set these expectations for myself as a perfect teenager that it was impossible for me to live up to as an adult. So for 20 plus years, I felt like a failure. See, I expected to have multiple degrees. I expected to be this highly sought after tenured college professor, and I expected to do all of that in my 18-year-old body. I know it sounds ridiculous. I get it. But as ridiculous as it sounds, I also know that there are people that can actually relate to what I'm talking about. When I'm much wiser, and I released myself from all those unrealistic expectations that I set as a child. Because listen, the reality was I had absolutely no experience, and therefore I had zero wisdom. And I set these expectations for myself that I could not meet as an adult. So today, I just thank God I never gave up on myself. It's a daily fight to remember who I belong to, and I'm still uprooting those self-limiting beliefs that I had. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13 and 11 that when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. You know what's happening to a lot of people? It happened to me. And as you're listening to this, it may have even happened to you. You've been trying to live up to a childhood dream, a dream that was so unrealistic that it left no room for error. And because you have not been able to actually accomplish that dream, because you've been forgetting that life can change, not understanding that things don't always go as planned, not understanding that even our plans don't always align with what God has designed for us, and then not accounting for the fact that when we made those plans as children, oftentimes we didn't know Him, not the way that we know Him now. We didn't understand that even the best made plans could have absolutely nothing to do with the purpose that He has for our life. And so today, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to just let those childish expectations go. Put them away. Take some time to think about what success looks like to you now. Know that it's okay to adjust. Evolution is part of the process. It's all a part of the journey. It's time to make a new plan. Your wiser adult self will actually thank you